Magic Unicorn up on passive. Happy Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, subscribe and ring that bell. And give Marty a thumbs up just because he's a swell guy. Anyway, here's Marty. Yes. Get out of here, unicorn. Get out of here. Anyway, let me do a couple shout outs to my favorite people on the planet. Yes, I mean that. Favorite people on the planet. Casey Zevenbergen. What's happening, brother? Glad you could make it. Lisa McBride. Lawrence Lawal. Newell. We have George Lakakamwa. My buddy Don Parker. Don, thank you. I didn't get it yet, buddy, but I'm waiting with bated breath. I can't wait to start. I'm going to be another testimonial, I hope. I'm going to do it 100%. Kashia Pegu, Jean Oliva, the queen, the one and only, the extraordinaire, diamond that popped out of the rough, Oliva. No, great job. I mean that. Bad thing about coming out as a diamond in the rough, you can't go back. Hey, Greg Duda, how you doing, buddy? You like unicorns, I think. I'm just guessing. Sure looks like it. BK Bahari. Let's move on down. Holly Bugs Phillips. I love that name. Lori Lund, you know what you're doing. You know what your job is. Get that Clydesdale in shape. Remember, it's got to haul Chris's head around. Barry Dang, how are you doing? After Hours with the one and only, and we all know who she is. Willow is in the house. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Robert Tento, that Romeo is giving out some flowers to all the women. And, well, it looks like I'm on there too. But mainly for the women. Maybe it's for Dawn. Yeah, it's for Dawn. Who the frick do I think I am? Aaron Frost is in the house. Karen Monsees. Hello, Karen. We're cooking with grease. Who's that? I thought I saw somebody. Oh, Barbara Ann Johnson. Hello, Barbara. Barbara Ann's been with us forever. Cynthia Deering. Welcome, welcome. Obed. Janine Scheckler. Welcome. Sean's in the house. I'm trying to cruise through real quick. Shelly West is always here. There's my buddy. Oh, I missed it. Oh, there's Pat Parent. Hello, Pat. Glad you could make it. I'm super stoked that you're here. I'm passive, the one and only, Bill Mushberg. You guys know who he is. Here's Chris Johnson. Hey. Freaking Chris, the timekeeper. Yeah, it's funny. Debbie Williams, how you doing? Anyway, Christina Dodds. Anyway, let me go to the theme of the day for me, thinking about this past couple weeks. Anyway, a monster business designed for us all. Think about what. Try to think about what we have our hands on. And then try to think, knowing what you know now, and I'm not saying, IT or not IT, it doesn't matter. I want you to think, if you took and you designed a business for yourself online, I think it's online and offline, but let's just stick online. And I mean, you designed it from the beginning, knowing what you are or who you are right now and where you are in this ONPASSIVE journey, which we're coming to the finish line, which is a new start, right? It doesn't end. The finish line of one starts the big one, the one that's really going to be a lot of fun for me. Although this journey was saved my life, not physically, but it saved my life mentally, emotionally, because during the worst parts, not only surviving barely, but during the worst time, we had the pandemic, the kids are home. You got that stress about, you don't want your Dawn's mother still alive. She's like 80 some years old. You don't want her to get this thing. We don't know how bad. It's randomly, most people, not a big deal. You're a little sick, 14 days later, you're okay. But that random thing where, like Russian roulette, that's spinning that barrel, and some people get that spin, and for them, it's not just a little easy. It's some people lost their lives. Many people did. That's fact. So if I say something that I don't want to use, if it's my opinion, I'll tell you it's my opinion. But that's fact. Many people didn't make it through. But during that time, we all got to meet here on a platform we call Zoom. And the cool thing about it was, the awesome thing about it was, we built relationships. We built teams in some cases. I know I did. And we built a business. We got to know each other. So even in the darkest cloud, the darkest gloom, doom and gloom, look at the journey we were on. And I want to tell you something. Last night, Mr. Mufara came on Friday Night Live. It was Friday Night Live part 2 of how did you feel about yesterday, Thursday's webinar. But he came on and he needs feedback. Right? No matter where you're at in the crow's nest and you're plotting the course of this ship, you need to know from the passengers what is their feedback, what impacted them as these cruise liners go into the oceans of the world. So he wanted to know, and I thought it was pretty cool. And and from Oh Joy to all the other stuff that he introduced, the media team, Media. I mean, if that didn't rock your world, you're already dead. So just nothing's going to rock your world. The last 2 weeks didn't change something here and here, and something's wrong. I'm sorry, that's just fact. Fact again. But anyway, he designed a business to go back. You got to take all this hodgepodge I'm saying and build this thing where I'm leading to. If you could go out and design, money wasn't an object, a business that would change your life forever. Your life, your children's life, your children's children, and so on. Do you think you could do what was given to us? My answer for me is no. No. Because I don't think just having the tools, the money, the resources, the workers, the tech team, the buildings were the only things that built ONPASSIVE. I think it was way more than that. I think what happened, in my opinion, Mr. Mufara, before I met him over 4 years ago, when he was working his way up to ONPASSIVE moment, I think, my opinion, this is an ONPASSIVE's opinion, it's not Mr. Mufara's opinion, it's my opinion. I think somewhere during his journey and your journey and my journey, before we got to what we call ONPASSIVE, there was something inside, for me, God, saying, hold on, Marty. You're a good guy. You have a good heart. I believe that. I believe most of it. I'm talking for you too, if you're going with me. And during that journey, just like any other thing with God, he had to find a person on the planet that could fulfill something this massive. And it's not me. Could I be a tool in there? Could I be a hammer, a screwdriver, a adjustable wrench? Yeah, I think so. But when Mr. Marfar came in and said, I'm going to build a business, marketing business, that'll help a good chunk of people, a good handful of people do very, very well. And I'm going to design it to take out all the nonsense, the bad, the evil, the ugly, the corruption. But God looked into him and said, you know that dream you really have, to Ash? And Ash said, yeah, let's go there. And as we went into 2018 to 2019, somewhere in the middle of 2019, he looked around at the amount of people that were coming in, who they were, that you draw who you are. He had an idea to go where he wanted to go was going to take a massive amount of more of everything. Now, because he had faith and put his head down and looked forward and went no matter what, every step he took was barefoot, walking through glass, cut glass. Now you ask yourself, why would he's already doing something great for people, why would he have to go through a horrendous time to build this? Name one time in history, or something great for mankind came easy. Never. Not once. And you're wondering, where the freak am I going? That's how I think. Something this big, okay, something a tenth of this size, it's average. Not average, it's even bigger than average. But something this size, designed to help everyone has the same chances as anybody else. There's nobody on the top. There's nobody on the bottom. We're all there. We're all at the top. Come on, that's not an accident. That's not an accident. And because he walked with faith, even though the briars are hitting him in the face, his feet are cut up, he's spending money as fast as you can imagine. And I'm not talking about chump change. I'm talking about big, big, big money on complete strangers. And the design was Yeah, he wants to make a living. But he doesn't care about much more than that. A comfortable living, but not much more than that. He knows that if he built the right thing with the right purpose, heart induced, with love. And with love and heart induced is as important as technology with AI, even more so. Because that's brains. He got the brains out of people. He pushed people to their limit. Not that he made their limit, he just let them know they were capable of doing more. And that's amazing. When you let people know, no, you can do more. Because some people go to a limit. It's a safety zone. They don't go beyond their safety zone. Never. But once they make one step, and I have to encourage that, one step, they all took that step. And now they look back at their limit a year ago and go, oh my gosh, who was that? Prime example. Bannister. Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. We've heard about this. Nobody could break it. It's in their head and in their heart. Can't be done. A man can't run that fast in a mile. It's impossible. We're not built that way. Man can't fly. Man can't run a mile in 4 minutes, under 4 minutes. It's just impossible. It'll never happen. So let's be happy. Let's be happy with 402, 403, and 404. Roger Bannister, that day, had no limits. And he designed in his heart and his mind, I'm going to run as fast as I can. I don't know what the time is. I'm going to run as fast as I can. He broke the 4-minute mile. Funny thing about it is, if you go look it up, how many people broke the 4-minute mile after he did it? In a very short amount of time. Once people figured that it was possible, they lost their mind. This is all going to go together. I'm going back to the design of a monster company built for us. Most of us go through life, I'm not going to mention names, most of us, with limitations. I'm one of them. I've done it. I don't deserve. That's not me. Oh, that's good for him. And I'm talking for men and women. I'm only a housewife. I don't deserve a big business. That's not me. I'm not a CEO. I'm not. All that was broken. That glass ceiling was smashed. Because guess what? Guess what? All of you here do deserve it, are going to get it, because it was designed for you, because you followed somebody that you're like, and they followed somebody that they're like, and everyone drew in people that they're like. And I hear people say, I went to 10 people, 9 of them said no. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Because the 9 aren't like you here and here. But here's what happened. Because somewhere in life, out of all the crowds and thousands and millions of people, you were picked to get in this line 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, doesn't matter, that the final outcome will be you're a founder and ONPASSIVE, you follow an Ask Mufara, and your lives are going to be changed for the better. Now, do I think it goes farther than that? Absolutely. I don't think, this is my opinion, God knows my heart. he knows if apples come, and when they come, I mean, not if, they're going to come. Already that's a done deal. You never hear me talk too much about it. When the apples come, God knows me. He knows my heart better than anybody out there. Because some of us can be a chameleon and talk the right way, say the right things, do the right things. But that's not who we really are. And that's sad, but that happens every day. But he knows my heart. He knows if I get a bushel of apples, I'll fill my cabinets, fill my gas tank, take care of my family, and then help as many people as I can. It's who I am. I did it broke. I've done it broke. But I hear a lot of people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. If you don't have a loving, caring heart now, you're not going to when you have money. And the reason I'm talking about all this is last night, as said, you got to believe who you are. You got to believe who you want to be. Talking about money and numbers and millions and billions, it's kind of creepy for me. Do I believe that I'll make $1 million? Yep. Yep. But I believed it many, many years ago. And there was bad days, obviously. Most of them. But I just believed that money won't be an issue. Let's put it that way. It goes back to this. I want to tell you a story. And this is every business we were in, myself, Mike, and Danny. You can ask them. This isn't a lie. People have asked me, what do you do when you get that dreaded question? I go, what dreaded question? You're promoting a business and somebody asks you, yeah, how much did you make? Now, you might have started only 30 days earlier. Probably didn't make a whole lot. Maybe nothing. And I told that person, it's happened to me maybe once. The person asked, said, I said, well, I don't get that question. Why? Because I walk and talk like a very successful person. 101 in building a large team if you're personally talking to someone. The reason we wanted to build relationships in ONPASSIVE and called ONPASSIVE Nation is, in email marketing, I don't have to meet you personally. We didn't look at it that way. I want to meet you because I believe we can be friends. And I believe we'll have something in common. And I believe if I don't have something in common with you, I wouldn't want to be your friend anyway. And I'm talking about common, just a nice person. So I leverage that. Most people try to avoid the actual meeting of people because it can get dirty. It can get spicy. It can get unpleasant. That wasn't us. But we didn't do anything like anybody else. Email marketing is a hidden guy or woman somewhere. The reason ONPASSIVE did well for us is because we believed in that concept of trying to help others. Even if at the time we were broke. Because broke is temporary. I knew, not guess, not think, fact. I knew that if myself, Mike, and Dan got the right vehicle, money's not going to be an object. And it's not the number million or 2 million or 5 million and all that. I believe the vehicle is here. I believe I built enough friends and family that that worrying about money is gone forever. Very soon. Why do I believe that? Because I believe the same thing for you. It worked. God answered my prayers 35 years ago. Did I know the vehicle and the tool and the person was asking me for it? I had no idea. Because when I believed this, he was 20 years old. He didn't know where he was going yet. But he was being molded as a little boy and a teenager and a grown-up man. And when I did meet him and talk to him on the phone, I fell in love with him more than some family members. No doubt. No doubt. Because if you meet somebody that you respect and they talk your language, and I don't mean the language Vietnamese, German, Russian, whatever. I mean the language of caring for others, truly caring for others. That's my kind of people. That's why I love ONPASSIVE. So to go back to the very beginning, a monster business designed for all of us. Isn't this what you always wanted? All of you? Dave Otto, Gene Oliva? That fantasy way back years ago, maybe not too long ago, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Something that could give you what ONPASSIVE is giving you. Forget the name. Did you get it? We all did. It was answered. We made it. We're here. So I'm blessed. I'm blessed that the person that was given the task of creating this did it and never quit, no matter what. You know why it's Ash? He's the only one that could have done it. Only one. So I am blessed. I am happy. We got a monster business designed for all of us. And I just wanted to come up with, talk about that today. We had a 7-hour and 20-minute conversation with Asmufara yesterday. You guys can't talk. Give me 5 minutes. 7 hours and 20 minutes. He wanted to know how people felt about what happened on Thursday's meeting. And I'm constantly, I can't do it when it happened, like Thursday. What do you think? I don't know. But give it 24 hours, 32 hours, it starts sinking in. Now, like I said, I knew a while back, 3 years ago, more, that when I'm in, I'm not going anywhere. Whatever Ash does from here on out, I'm with him for life. Did I believe it's going to get better and better and better? Yeah, I absolutely did. But you know how sometimes you open that present, Thursday's present, you're expecting great, and it's better than you expected? That's ONPASSIVE. Come on, you've gone to the restaurant, you got in your mind, you're driving the car, I'm going to order this. Oh, it's going to be great, and it's good. It's not great. ONPASSIVE never lets us down. Once you convince people to stop going in with a preconception of what you want to hear and start thinking like a business, start thinking about what's really being given to us. And if somebody mentions a 97 again, I'm going to punch them right in the nose. 97's a freaking joke. But think about this. Every time we hear something new, it's bigger and better than we could imagine if you're being honest. I'm not talking about expecting. I'm expecting great. But when you see greater than you expected, that's mind-blowing. Oh, yeah, it's my birthday. So to hear anything intelligent coming from this big head, 20 minutes after it's given to us, I can't do it. Now, last night I heard some neat stuff, and I think that's a good idea. I think we have a meeting, a corporate meeting on Thursday, if we have one, and 24 to 48 hours later, give people a chance to absorb it, and that way we can tell from our heart how we felt. Sure helped me. I couldn't design with all the money in the world. I could not design a better business than what I'm in right now. No way. And I just, my main goal is find the diamonds, which I found in many, many. Work with people, gain their trust, put your head down and plow forward through this journey, and be grateful. Treat one another with respect, and we're about to have the ride of our life. Anyway, I don't know what I was going to say, but I wound up saying what I said. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It was mainly about the business and how I felt and why I felt the way I felt. And the possibilities are amazing. Anyway, open mind. Thank you all for being here on a Saturday. I'm going to go to the African webinar real quick. Say howdy. I want to thank you all for being here. I wasn't sure what I was going to say, but I feel better getting off my chest whatever came out. If you can decipher it, good. There is a point in there somewhere. Anyway, thank you all very much. And God bless you. And I'll see you all. Milo's on today at 2 o'clock. African one's on right now. What else? I believe that's it. Anyway, love you all. Thanks for the input last night. Ash really, really appreciate it. Trust me. He that's his vitamin. Where else is he going to go? The people he's trying to take care of are founders. Anyway, I'll see you all. God bless and thank you for being here. What do we have today? A couple hundred people on a Saturday. That's not bad. I'll see you all. Bye.